Ever set your alarm for 5 a.m., ready to conquer the day, only to hit snooze and wake up at 8 o'clock, feeling guilty as hell? Maybe you've tried it once, twice, maybe 10 times. You tell yourself, I'm just not a morning person. I need my sleep. But here's the truth most people miss. The first hour of your day holds the power to change your entire financial future. Yeah, before the sun even rises, you can decide whether your bank account grows or stays stuck. This is the story of a man who had nothing until 5 a.m. became his secret weapon. Stick with me until the end, because this might just be the wake-up call you've been waiting for. In a small Brooklyn apartment, where the paint was peeling and the radiator clanked all night, there lived a 28-year-old man named Jake. Jake worked as a marketing assistant at a mid-sized tech startup. Every morning at 8:30 a.m., he squeezed onto a crowded subway. Every evening at 6 p.m., exhausted and drained, he came home to scroll on his phone. His salary was barely enough. He lived in a tiny one-bedroom with a fridge that hummed like it was laughing at him, a landlord who never fixed anything, and a bank account that seemed to shrink no matter how hard he worked. His clothes were fine. His shoes were okay. But more than financial poverty, Jake suffered from something deeper. He felt like a fraud. Every morning as he walked to the subway past people who seemed to have it figured out, he saw their coffee, their confidence, their clean sneakers. And Jake would think, will this be my life forever? Commuting while everyone else is living their dreams. He had tried to change. He applied for better jobs, but with only a few years of experience, every door felt closed. He wanted to learn new skills, but after working all day, he was too tired to do anything except scroll TikTok. His girlfriend, Emily, who worked as a nurse at Brooklyn Methodist, would look at him with worry in her eyes. Jake, how do you make decent money and still have nothing saved? Jake would laugh and say, babe, it's New York. Everything's expensive. But deep down, he knew that wasn't the real reason. The truth that haunted him most was this. He wasn't lazy. He worked hard every day. He showed up. He did his job. But hard work alone wasn't changing anything. He was working hard in a life that was going nowhere. And every morning as he dragged himself out of bed around 7:30 a.m., rushing to catch his train, he felt like he was always behind. The world moved forward while he barely kept up. One thought kept returning like a whisper he couldn't ignore. There has to be another way. But what? One cold Tuesday morning in November, Jake's alarm went off at 5 a.m. But this time was different. Emily was already awake, dressed in her scrubs, getting ready for her shift. She leaned down and kissed his forehead. Soft, sweet, the way you kiss someone you don't want to wake but can't help loving. 5 a.m., she whispered. Go back to sleep if you want. Jake's eyes fluttered open. The room was dark except for the pale blue glow of the street lamp outside. Emily's face hovered above his, tired from her night shift, but smiling. No, he mumbled. New Jake. Remember, she laughed quietly. New Jake still needs sleep. I'll sleep when I'm rich. She kissed him one more time, on the lips, slow and sweet. I love you, she said. Don't burn out. Then she was gone. The door clicked shut, and Jake was alone with the ceiling and the cracks and the water stain shaped like Florida. He lay there for exactly 4 seconds. The old Jake would have rolled over and gone back to sleep. The new Jake swung his legs over the side of the bed before his brain could talk him out of it. Cold shower, coffee, stretching. He posted an Instagram story. Day 1. New discipline. New life. Let's go. He felt unstoppable. But here's what Jake didn't know yet. Waking up early doesn't fix a broken system. And 3 months later, he was about to find out the hard way. On the bus ride home from work one evening, Jake noticed something. Sitting across from him was a man in his late 30s. No flashy clothes. No Instagram presence. Just a quiet, grounded energy. His name was Marcus. He worked at the same company 2 desks away. Jake had never really talked to him. Marcus looked up from his book and smiled. "Let me guess," he said. "You're on that 5 a.m. grind." Jake blinked. "How did you know?" "You've got that look. The look of someone who's been watching too many YouTube videos and not enough of their own bank account. Also, you look exhausted. And your girlfriend stopped picking up your calls." Jake's stomach dropped. "How do you know about my girlfriend? You used to smile when she texted. Now you flinch." Marcus closed his book. "I used to be you, Jake. Waking up at 4:30, cold showers, green smoothies, posting my morning ritual like I'd discovered fire. My wife left me." The words landed like a physical blow. "She didn't leave because of the morning routine. She left because I cared more about performing discipline than actually being present. I was so busy becoming the man I thought she wanted that I forgot to be the man she actually loved." Marcus leaned forward. "Waking up at 5 a.m. won't fix a broken system. You don't have a time problem, Jake. You have a habit problem. You wake up early and scroll TikTok. You work out for 20 minutes and then spend an hour posting about it. You buy coffee you can't afford and courses from guys who got rich selling the dream of getting rich." Jake felt his face go hot. "You're not broke because you wake up late. You're broke because you don't track what you do when you're awake. And you're losing your girlfriend because you're performing for strangers instead of loving her." Jake thought about Emily's kisses, the way they'd gone from loving to absent, the way she'd stopped saying, "I love you." Marcus took out a notebook and drew a simple diagram. "Jake, imagine your life is a house. Right now, your house is dark, cold, and falling apart. Why? Because you never work on the foundation. You're too busy performing." He drew a simple house. The hours from 5 to 7 a.m. That's your foundation building time. While everyone else is asleep or just waking up, you're constructing the future. 2 hours every morning. That's 14 hours per week. 60 hours per month. 730 hours per year. He wrote the numbers clearly. That's the equivalent of 91 full workdays just from waking up early. In 1 year, you get 3 extra months that everyone else wastes sleeping. Jake's eyes widened. 3 months. "Here's what you do with those 2 hours," Marcus continued. "This is not negotiable. This is the system. Hour 1, 5 to 6 a.m. Build skills. You spend this hour learning something that will change your economic situation. Not watching TikTok. Not posting stories. Not scrolling. Learning. A skill, a trade, a certification. Online courses are free. YouTube has everything. You have no excuse. Hour 2, 6 to 7 a.m. Build your finances. 20 minutes reviewing your spending. Track every dollar. If you can't track it, you can't buy it. 20 minutes planning your day. 20 minutes of quiet reflection. No phone until 7 a.m. Jake wrote frantically in his phone's notes app. Marcus added 3 rules. Rule 1, no negotiation. You wake at 5 a.m. every single day, including weekends. No, just today I'll skip. That's how you fail. Rule 2, sleep by 10 p.m. You can't cheat sleep and succeed. Your body needs rest, but you control when you rest. Rule 3, the first week will be hell. Your body will hate you. Your mind will create excuses. Push through. After 21 days, it becomes normal. After 90 days, it becomes who you are. Marcus looked at Jake seriously. I'm giving you 3 months. 3 months of waking at 5 a.m., building skills in hour 1, building your finances in hour 2. After 3 months, come back to me. Show me what you've built. If you've actually done the work, you'll have savings, skills, and a real future. If you quit, don't bother talking to me again. Success goes to people who show up when it's hard. Jake felt the weight of the challenge. But also, for the first time in years, he felt something else. Purpose. "I'll do it," he said. "I won't quit." "We'll see," Marcus said with a knowing smile. Everyone says that. That night, Jake sat alone in his apartment. Emily was working a double shift. The fridge hummed. The radiator clanked. Jake opened his phone, not TikTok, not Instagram, not YouTube. The Notes app. For the first time in his life, Jake wrote down everything. Rent, $2,300. Utilities, $150. Student loans, $400. Groceries, $300. Transportation, $120. Streaming subscriptions, $45. Amazon Prime, $15. Starbucks, $400 estimated. He did the math. $18 a day, 5 days a week, plus weekends. $400 on coffee. Impulse purchases, $600 estimated. Motivational courses, $97. He added it up. His monthly take-home pay after taxes was $4,200. His monthly spending was $4,427. He was losing $227 a month. Every month. Slowly bleeding out in small, almost invisible cuts. Jake set the phone down. He looked at the mirror. The same mirror where he'd flexed 3 months ago. Convinced he was on the verge of greatness. He whispered to the empty apartment. "I'm not broke because I earn too little. I'm broke because I spend without thinking. And I'm losing Emily because I performed instead of loved." He opened a new note and started writing. His new rules. Number 1. Save first, always. 20% of every paycheck goes into savings before anything else. Automatically. No negotiation. Number 2. Track every dollar. No more guessing. No more estimated. Every single purchase goes into the Notes app. Coffee, groceries, subway fare. Everything. If he couldn't track it, he couldn't buy it. Number 3. Cut the BS. Streaming subscriptions canceled all but one. Spotify only. Amazon Prime canceled. No more impulse purchases. Number 4. No more Starbucks. He bought a coffee maker on Facebook Marketplace for $40. A bag of beans cost $12 and lasted 2 weeks. His monthly coffee budget dropped from $400 to $24. Number 5. The 5 a.m. routine gets an upgrade. No more scrolling. No more posting.
20 minutes reviewing finance.
30 minutes learning copywriting. 20 minutes of exercise. 10 minutes of quiet reflection. No phone until 7 a.m. Number 6. The kiss. Every morning, when Emily woke him, he would kiss her back. Really kiss her. Look her in the eyes and say, "I love you. Thank you for believing in me." He looked at the list. Felt small. Felt inadequate. Felt like the kind of list that wouldn't impress anyone on Instagram. That was the point. The next morning, Jake's alarm screamed at 5 a.m. His entire body protested. His mind whispered, "Just one more hour. You're so tired." But he remembered his promise. Marcus's challenge. Emily's disappearing kisses. He threw off the blanket and stood up. Emily was already awake, pulling on her scrubs. She leaned down to kiss his forehead. Quick. Automatic. Jake caught her hand, pulled her gently back down. "Hey," he said. "Hey, I love you." She blinked, surprised. "I love you too."
I'm sorry.
For everything. For the money. For the performance. For not being present. Emily sat on the edge of the bed. Her eyes were wet. "Jake, I'm not going to promise I've figured it out, but I'm going to stop pretending. No more Instagram stories. No more courses. Just work. Real work. She looked at him for a long time. Then she kissed him. Really kissed him. The way she used to. Okay, she whispered. Okay. The first week was agony. Jake dragged himself awake each morning at 5 a.m. His body aching, his mind foggy. He sat at his kitchen table with a physical notebook, not his phone, and reviewed his finances. Every dollar he had spent the day before. Every subscription he needed to cancel. Every latte he didn't buy. Then, 30 minutes learning copywriting from a free YouTube course. Not a $97 course from an Instagram influencer. A real course taught by a boring-looking guy who actually knew what he was talking about. Jake took notes, by hand, then 20 minutes of exercise. Push-ups, squats, a plank that lasted 90 seconds before his arms gave out. No gym, no Instagram story, then 10 minutes of quiet. He sat and looked out the window. Brooklyn was still asleep. The sky was pale gray. He didn't check his phone. He just sat. By 7 a.m., he picked up his phone. No notifications that mattered. He didn't post a story. He didn't check his view count. He just put the phone in his pocket and went to work. But first, he texted Emily. "Thank you for not giving up on me." She replied, "I never will." Something changed around day 20. One morning, Jake woke up at 4:58 a.m., 2 minutes before his alarm. His body had adapted. For the first time, he didn't feel resentment. He felt ready. The copywriting tutorials started making sense. He learned how to write headlines, how to structure sales pages, how to persuade with words. He completed his first online certificate. His morning financial reviews became a habit he actually looked forward to. Watching his savings grow, even slowly, was addictive. His morning walks became something he cherished. The sunrise, the quiet streets, the feeling that while everyone else was sleeping, he was building. By the end of month 2, Jake had completed 3 online courses in copywriting and digital marketing. He had saved over $800. His credit card debt had stopped growing and started shrinking. His mind felt sharper. His confidence grew. Emily noticed. "You're calmer," she said one night. They were making dinner together. Pasta with Jared sauce because they were still on a budget, but it tasted better than any seamless order Jake could remember. "The old Jake would have posted 12 stories about this pasta," she said. "The new Jake is just eating it." Jake laughed. "Is that a compliment?" "It's the highest compliment I can give. You were trying so hard to be someone you weren't. It was exhausting to watch. I can't imagine how exhausting it was to live." Jake thought about that. The constant performance. The endless need for validation. The way he'd measured his worth by view counts and likes. "I don't miss it," he said. "The posting. The performing. I thought it was motivating. But it was just noise." Emily smiled. A small smile, but it reached her eyes. In the 3rd month, Jake applied what he learned. He started freelancing as a copywriter on nights and weekends, writing emails and landing pages for small businesses. The first client paid him $200. The second paid him $500. The third, $1,000. He showed his freelance portfolio to his boss, Kevin. "I've been learning copywriting," he said. "I think we could improve our marketing materials." Kevin was impressed. "Jake, this is actually really good. We've been looking for someone to handle our content. The job comes with a raise, 20%. Are you interested?" Jake stood there speechless. 3 months ago, he was a broke marketing assistant performing discipline for strangers on the internet. Now he was being offered a promotion and building a freelance business on the side. "When do I start?" he managed to say. "Monday." That evening, Jake called Marcus. "Marcus, I did it. 90 days. I never missed a single 5 a.m. wake up. And today I got promoted. I have savings. Emily is looking at me like she used to. I'm not broke anymore. There was a pause. Then Marcus's voice, proud and warm. I knew you would. You had the look of someone ready to change. Now remember, don't stop waking at 5 a.m. That's not a strategy. That's your life now. I won't stop. This is who I am now. 1 year later, Jake had doubled his income. He had paid off his credit card debt. He had 6 months of savings in the bank. He and Emily had moved to a better apartment, one where the radiator worked and the fridge didn't mock him. Every morning at 5 a.m., he still woke up. Not because he had to, but because those 2 hours were sacred. That's when he learned new skills, reviewed his finances, and planned his future. His coworkers would ask, Jake, why do you still wake up so early? You've already succeeded. He would smile and say, success is not a destination. It's a daily practice, and mine begins at 5 a.m. Emily still kissed him awake every morning, but now he kissed her back, and he meant it. My friend, Jake's story is proof of something powerful. Your life can change, not someday, not when circumstances improve. Right now, starting tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. Here's what most people don't understand. The difference between where you are and where you want to be is not talent. It's not luck. It's not even hard work. It's how you use the time when everyone else is sleeping. Between 5 a.m. and 7 a.m., the world is quiet. No notifications, no meetings, no distractions. Your willpower is at its peak. Your mind is fresh. This is when you do the work that changes your trajectory. Successful people know this. That's why CEOs, athletes, and leaders wake up early. Not because they're superhuman, because they understand that winning the morning means winning the day. So here's your challenge. The same challenge Marcus gave Jake. Step 1. Tonight, set your alarm for 5 a.m. Not 5:15, not 5:30, exactly 5 a.m. And put your phone across the room so you have to stand up to turn it off. Step 2. Decide what you'll build in your first hour. A skill you need, a certification, a side business. Choose one thing, just one, and commit to it for 90 days. Step 3. Protect your bedtime. You can't wake up early if you sleep late. Cut the Netflix. Skip the endless scrolling. Sleep is not your enemy. Wasted evenings are. I promise you this. If you wake up at 5 a.m. every single day for 90 days and use those 2 hours intentionally, your life will not look the same. Maybe you won't become a millionaire. Maybe you won't get promoted immediately, but you will become someone different, stronger, more disciplined, more capable, and that person can achieve anything. Jake had nothing. No savings, no skills, no discipline. Just a choice to wake up early and build. You have more than he had. You're listening to this story, which means you have internet, education, and opportunity. The only question is, will you use it? Or will you hit snooze tomorrow and wonder 5 years from now why nothing changed? If you're ready to join the 5 a.m. club, set your alarm right now. Not later, right now. Then comment below and tell me, what will you build in your first hour tomorrow? Let's hold each other accountable. Share this story with someone who says they want to change but never does. Maybe this is the push they need. And remember Jake's words. Success is not a destination. It's a daily practice. And that practice begins tomorrow at 5 a.m. Will you be awake? Your future self is waiting on the other side of that alarm clock. Don't make them wait another day.